Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. The reaction today is coming from The Truth Is. Um, this is my third video on Young Boy. I will be it's not the same. It's not the same. And I asked that you play this on your playback speed of 125. That way you won't get bored. All right, so I'm gonna let The Truth Is start it out and I'll be right back, y'all. Okay. And as you come in, y'all, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, and hype it up if you can. I appreciate it so much. Here we go, y'all.
Youngboy is the biggest rapper out right now. With his recent tour selling out every show, you can see why I say that. While other rappers are struggling to sell out shows, Youngboy is doing better than ever. Throughout all his legal troubles and street issues, he has managed to remain untouchable, standing tall as the leader of the new generation. But how exactly did Youngboy manage to beat all his cases and retain such a die-hard fan base throughout it all? Is it just because of his talent? Are his fans just too loyal? Well, the truth seems to be way more sinister. What if I told you that behind Youngboy's success lies a dark conspiracy that connects him to powerful secret societies, strange rituals, and even the private prison industry? By the end of this video, you will never see Youngboy the same again. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to the
Y'all, I think I'm gonna speed it up. And some people, well, it's already up. All right, here we go. Here we go. Wait a minute. I think we about to go, y'all.
Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about NBA Youngboy. Let's get right into it. NBA Youngboy was born on October 20th, 1989, in the ghettos of Baton Rouge, being raised mainly by his grandmother due to his father serving a 55-year prison sentence for a robbery gone horribly wrong. Growing up, his mother wasn't really in the picture either, leaving Youngboy to be raised by his grandmother until 2010, when she tragically passed away. He would go on to move back with his mother and later told his mother he wanted to be a rapper and convinced her to let him drop out of school in the 9th grade. Youngboy would then end up involving himself with the street life. He would start committing petty crimes around the local Baton Rouge area to make money, eventually getting in trouble with the law, being sent to a youth detention facility. When Youngboy was released from the youth center, he would go on to link with his estranged brother, and together they would start making music. Youngboy and his brother would end up joining a local street gang called TBG, who would go on to fund his early music career.
TBG, y'all. I don't know about TBG.
He would eventually have a problem with a fellow member of the crew who went by the name of G Money and decided to leave the crew and formed his own crew named NBA. This would eventually spark a rivalry between both crews, leading to losses on both sides. As Youngboy was picking up steam in the music industry, he would go on to get arrested for 2 attempt charges back in 2016. The police were accusing Youngboy of trying to take out his rivals. As he was fighting those accusations, his crew would continue to release his music, growing his buzz. This would turn out to be the best thing his crew could have done for Youngboy, as one of those songs
I wonder what those yellow darn handkerchiefs are for. You know what I mean? Who it belonged to? I saw it somewhere else. All right. I don't know where, but I saw it somewhere else. Like somebody got some for Christmas and they had the bandana with it, and it was exactly that color. And that child was so happy to get that bandana. That's why we got to watch what we sing about, rap about. You know what I'm saying, young boy? And I'm gonna let it roll.
released would turn out to be a hit song. Youngboy's career took off after releasing his song 38 Baby in 2016 while still in jail. Due to the success of his song, he managed to sign a deal with Atlantic Records. Somehow, Youngboy also managed to get himself out of any prison time by taking a plea deal which put him on house arrest. Even after he became a famous rapper, he still couldn't stay out of the streets, a habit that has repeatedly ended him up in trouble with the law. Youngboy has been arrested a total of 7 times since he has been famous. 7 separate arrests, all by the age of 25 years old. Seeing how Youngboy didn't grow up with his father because he was serving a 55-year prison sentence, you would think Youngboy would not want to follow in his father's footsteps, especially considering how rich, famous, and successful he has been able to become. None of this stops Youngboy from getting in trouble, not his father's fate, and not even his immense success. What doesn't help Youngboy's behavior is the fact that he always finds a way to avoid hard prison time. He either beats the case, gets it dismissed, or in the worst case scenario, takes a very favorable plea deal that keeps him from doing.
Everybody knows he has sold his soul. The industry is demonic. He's demonic. It came out his own mouth. Came out his own mouth. We all know this. But the truth is, has a little bit more insight on him. And it says he's a dangerous plant. A dangerous plant for the youth, right?
hard prison time. Youngboy's trouble with the law goes all the way back to 2014. In 2014, NBA Youngboy was just a 15-year-old when he was caught committing a robbery. He was sentenced to 6 months in a juvenile detention center, which is when he wrote and later released his debut mixtape, Life Before Fame. While this was one of his real first criminal charges, he managed to escape relatively easy with a short 6-month sentence. His second arrest would come not long after his first, in 2016. In 2016, he was arrested for attempted murder. When NBA Youngboy was in Austin, Texas before a show, Baton Rouge law enforcement thought he fired guns into a crowd during a drive-by. He pleaded guilty in exchange for a reduced charge of aggravated assault with a firearm, which got him just 9 months in prison. The plea deal sentenced Youngboy to 3 years of probation with a suspended 10 years prison sentence. This was a huge break for Youngboy, as just 2 years prior, he was caught committing a robbery. Usually, the judge isn't that reasonable once a pattern of criminal behavior starts to show. But somehow, Youngboy managed to get off with such a light sentence for such a...
Y'all don't forget to watch that chain. Y'all know he's in the Masonic. I'm just gonna say the Illuminati. Okay.
Horrible crime. His next arrest would come in 2018. This time, it was assault, weapons, and kidnapping charges. Before a concert at the Moon nightclub in Tallahassee, NBA Youngboy was arrested for committing assault, weapons violations, and kidnapping. Hotel surveillance showed them assaulting his then-girlfriend, Jania Jackson, and restraining her. He was also caught with weapons during his arrest. He was eventually released from jail with a $75,000 bail. You would think his third arrest would play as a wake-up call for Youngboy, that it would help him realize that he had to change his ways in order to keep this from happening again. But the fact that he always seems to escape real prison time, Youngboy kept on being a menace. His next arrest would end up happening in 2019. In 2019, he would end up being targeted by a group of people who attempted to take him out during a drive-by shooting in Miami. Youngboy managed to survive the attack, but his then-girlfriend was struck by a bullet. An innocent bystander was also struck and unfortunately passed away. Even though Youngboy wasn't the aggressor,
it'll always be the innocent bystanders. I'm trying to tell y'all better stay away from these industry plants or Illuminati people. I put it that way. If you know they done sold their soul, you know it. Just try to stay away. Try to do your best. He
was still arrested. While he was acquitted of all charges for the shooting, NBA Youngboy had violated his probation by making threats on social media, which he was banned from using. Also for being around other felons, so he was sentenced to 90 days in jail and house arrest. Again, Youngboy got off easy, something that was becoming normal for him. He was then again arrested 1 year later. In September 2020, a major drug bust led to 16 arrests, including that of NBA Youngboy on charges of distribution and manufacturing of drugs and possession of stolen firearms. He was released shortly after his 2020 arrest when he needed to undergo further trials for conviction and sentencing, but he fled the state after his release. This led to his next arrest in 2021. In 2021, Youngboy was driving his vehicle in LA when he noticed police officers trailing behind him. They attempted to pull him over, but Youngboy decided to take the police on a full-on high-speed chase. When Youngboy couldn't keep on going in his car, he ditched the vehicle and started running on foot. He was found by the LAPD with help from police dogs. There is actual footage of Youngboy running away from the police posted on the internet, where you can see Youngboy trying to escape the cops, but still getting caught. When they caught him, police also found him in possession of illegal firearms. He was released in October 2021 on a $1.5 million bail. By July 2022, NBA Youngboy was found not guilty of California's federal firearm charges against him and again escaped serious prison time. Even after he ran off on the police and was caught with an illegal firearm, he was able to beat the case. All of these prior arrests,
y'all tell me that's not a plant. Y'all know us. If we was to get those charges, we'd have been in jail probably on the second or third one, especially the second one. Attempted murking. Yeah.
Of which were still ongoing, would lead to this final arrest, which happened last year. In April 2024, Youngboy was again arrested while he was serving house arrest in Utah. This time, he was arrested for drug charges, identity fraud, forgery, possession of dangerous weapons, and possession of controlled substances. After the police became aware of Youngboy running an illegal prescription pill operation, where Youngboy impersonated a doctor in order to get prescription pills, the police raided his home and they found him with weapons and controlled substances. Youngboy was again arrested, and this time, it really wasn't looking good for him, especially since he was caught with all this while serving his house arrest sentence and dealing with other ongoing cases. It looked like Youngboy's luck had finally run out and he was going to be faced.
If he was under house arrest, how did he get the darn doctor book? You know, the prescription book and stuff. How did he go out to get the prescription refilled? That means somebody had to be an accomplice, okay? I want to know who that is. I'm nosy. All right, Youngboy, he He's been around for a long, long time. Everybody likes Young Boy. You just got to listen to the lyrics. You can listen to the lyrics. You don't have to live by the lyrics. You know what I mean? Listen to the lyrics, but don't live by the lyrics. You know they wrong. And then that little boy that was at the concert, now I laughed at him, on my last reaction. Yeah, that little boy was all into it. You hear me? But that's the ones that it's putting a negative light on. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the little boy does not grow up and live this way. Just like the music and carry on. Don't do what the song says.
Facing serious time for his charges. Eventually, a federal judge in Utah sentenced Youngboy to just under 2 years in prison on gun-related charges after he acknowledged having possessed weapons despite being a convicted felon. Somehow, the rapper reached an agreement that resolved his Utah state charges against him and settled 2 sets of federal charges against him, one that carries a 23-month sentence and the other 5 years of probation and a $200,000 fine. So even though he had a long rap sheet of similar criminal behavior going back almost 10 years, he was only sentenced to 2 years after beating some of his other cases. Youngboy was going to be in prison until at least late 2026. That was until the President of the United States, Donald Trump, decided to pardon Youngboy of his serious criminal charges. On May 29th, Youngboy received a pardon by Trump and his administration. Youngboy thanked Trump for his pardon with this statement: "I want to thank President Trump for granting me a pardon and giving me the opportunity to keep building as a man, as a father, and as an artist." With his sentence being reduced by almost 17 months, even after all the crimes he had committed, all the arrest and past behavior, he again finesses his way out of it. Now, I know some of you might be thinking this is what money does, but not even money can help a random person who isn't famous, who was arrested 7 times for guns, drugs, and weapons. Youngboy somehow always manages to escape facing any consequences for his serious crimes. There's a reason Youngboy always gets out and even got a pardon. It's not because of his money. Youngboy is a tool for something seriously dark. For Youngboy to get himself to the level he's at today, he had to become a puppet for the elite-owned record labels. The elite of this world are Youngboy's bosses. That's how he always gets out of any trouble no matter what he does. Now ask yourself, why would they want him out though? While they obviously make more money from Youngboy being out and making new music, they also want Youngboy out because of what he promotes to the youth. The real money is made from the millions of impressionable youth who listen to him and end up following in his footsteps, as many of those who follow him end up influenced by his music and eventually end up in a private prison that is owned by the same people who own the record labels. Now, not only are they profiting from selling music, but the real money comes in when Youngboy influences millions of fans to commit crimes and go to prison. When they end up in a private prison, these men profit as every single inmate is paid for by US tax dollars. Money that goes directly to the investors of these private prisons. The same investors who are invested in the music industry and pay Youngboy to make music promoting criminality. Youngboy is being used by the elite to make new prisoners. They're using him just like they use NWA in the 80s. A targeted agenda aimed at the urban city youth to promote a criminal lifestyle, all to create an entire generation of criminals whom they can lock up and profit billions off of. This is something that Ice Cube himself revealed during an interview. Ice Cube admitted himself that he and NWA were used by the elite to sell prison with their music. He straight up admits the labels directed him in making gangster music.
Who benefits and profits off our bickering in our division? You know, it's like money. I don't know their names. You follow the money, you go high enough, you start to see, this is an industry. Okay, let's take rap music.
Let's take it.
Same people who own the labels own the prisons.
See?
So
literally the same people?
Literally the same people who own the labels own private prisons. So
y'all, I heard that Jay-Z got some stock or something in the prisons. I did hear that. But the point of the matter is, whether you making rap music or you in prison, they are still making money off you, right? Just like if you living or you unalived, they make more money off you unalived. But right now, Youngboy doing his thing, so ain't nobody after him. But as soon as he slow down, let's say like let me throw a name at you that's older, Gladys Knight, like and then like Nicki Minaj is doing, they may not like that. That's the people who they go after that say they worth more unalive than they are here, right? I'm just saying. I ain't saying nothing gonna happen. I'm just saying.
So it's really kind of suspicious, if you want to say that word, that the records that come out are really geared push people towards that prison industry.
It didn't make you write those lyrics.
It's not about making somebody write the lyrics. It's about being there as guardrails to ensure certain songs make it through and certain songs don't. Certain flavors are exposed on the record. No, some records are made by committee, meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artists, this is hot, say that, do this. We're gonna have this guy write the lyrics. We're gonna have that. So the narrative is really kind of, you know, structured and really made into what the record company want the record to be. And what the, you know, a lot of artists are frustrated with this kind of music making. You know, a lot of people, you know, feel like they're being controlled by the label. How they do it, telling you what songs to sing, what hooks to do, what songs, you know, you can do your song, fine. That's an album cut. But you want to, the single is what we all say is the single. So you have, you know, the record company pushing the narrative. This to me is somewhat, you know, some social engineering going on here to make sure those prisons stay full. Now, there's a lot of course, a lot of to connect to make that happen. I'm just giving you a broad example of how people at the top can manipulate what's going on with the people who are bickering and fight. I just gave you a music example.
This is what NBA Youngboy is for the new generation. He is responsible for the crash out generation that is on the rise. I have spoken about Youngboy's Masonic ties before on this channel, but considering the number of new subscribers, some of you might have not seen those older videos. See, Youngboy was involved in the Freemasons since he was a teenager. Now, while in order to join a Masonic lodge, you must be at least 21, Youngboy seems to have either been represented by someone who was a Mason or was a part of the Masonic youth program called the Masonic Demolay, which is just Masonry for kids, to get them ready to become full Freemason members when they're older. The reason I know NBA Youngboy is involved with the Freemasons is because he told us himself in one of his old music videos. NBA Youngboy dropped his music video for his song Fact back in 2016. All the way back then, Youngboy and his crew could be seen wearing necklaces with Freemason squaring compasses pendants. The Freemason squaring compasses is the main symbol of Masonry. It is only used by Masons, as others have no idea what it is. Throughout the video, you can see Youngboy and his crew wearing these Masonic chains, showing their Masonic alliance. Like I said, since Youngboy was a teenager when he filmed this video, I can only assume either his management had him wearing this or he was already a part of the Masonic Demolay. This means someone in the Youngboy family initiated him early. This alongside of other Masonic imagery found in Youngboy.
Anytime you see that, that is they sold their soul. That's the Illuminati mess. That darn casket, or going either going to jail and coming back out. Going to jail, they say that's a part of the unalivement ritual thing, you know. And then when you get out, that's your rebirth, right? All right, I'm just saying.
His videos confirms he's a Freemason. Now, when a person joins the Freemasons, they take on an oath to always look out for other Mason brothers. A lot of judges and high-powered lawyers are members of the Freemasons. This is the reason Youngboy always finds a way out of jail or prison. He is being protected by the oath he took. His Mason brothers are obligated to let him free. They want these rappers out free, pushing their gangster lifestyle onto millions of impressionable fans, pushing this destructive agenda to the kids in urban communities. That's why they pay them millions of dollars. They want these rappers to mold the youth into adopting a criminal lifestyle. If any other person not connected to Masonry commits crimes like these, they would be in prison forever. But when it comes to these Masonic puppets, they make sure they're free to guide the youth to a burning end. I know people love Youngboy because of his realness, but how real is he if he's a puppet on the strings of the Masonic elite, doing whatever they say just to get paid? Don't let these puppets fool you. Being real is sticking around and doing the right thing to take care of your family, not acting like...
Yeah, taking care of your family. You're not with just money, with your presence. Be there, okay, and be you. Y'all.
A gangster well after you're a millionaire and influencing kids to do the same. Youngboy is the same person who promoted substance abuse to his young fans, acting like it was a good thing to be an addict. He did this while he was on house arrest.
While on house arrest, okay, you think that little boy that was dancing at the concert ain't see this? Y'all think he did not see this? He saw it. Come on, young boy, stop. I know they making you do it. I don't know. There's some reason I feel that young boy has a great spirit, and when he's not around his friends and he's just out, he's playing, he's riding the scooters, he's laughing, he's, you know, you can finally see him laugh, you know. But when he's around his friends or so-called friends, you cannot. He plays that tough man, the street person, you know. Just watch, you'll see.
Don't let Youngboy manipulate you and destroy your life, as while your life is ending, Youngboy only gets richer and richer. While the fans love his music and idolize him so much, they fail to see that Youngboy is falling apart from the inside. While he might be draped in designer and accessorized with diamond-studded chains, you can still see deep down he's empty and miserable. None of the money, fame, and cars were able to fill the emptiness he had, an emptiness that formed when he decided to sell out and involve himself in the wrong side of the spiritual war. See, Youngboy knows what he got himself involved in. Youngboy's involvement with the Order dragged him into a dark demonic world. Youngboy hasn't tried to hide his dark affiliations at all. He mentions it in his music, his shows, and imagery in his music videos. He has openly confirmed that he is on the wrong side of the spiritual war we are all in. Just like in Youngboy's earlier music video, where he shows his Masonic affiliations, there are also instances where Youngboy admits he is being guided by the devil. All the way in 2017, Youngboy posted this to his social media. He captioned his photo with this: "Pray to the devil only for certain things. You can never talk to me about knowing the S you did." All the way in 2017, Youngboy admitted that he prayed to the devil. This was around the same time he was running around wearing those Freemason chains, which interestingly enough was just before he started showing up everywhere with Birdman. Birdman is one of the industry gatekeepers. I have proven that Youngboy is a Freemason, and I also proved that Young Thug is one too. It's not a coincidence that both.
I wonder if freaking Tony Braxton one. You know, that's her husband.
These artists were seen with Birdman right before they really blew up. Birdman is the gatekeeper they sent in to break these artists in. That's what happened to Youngboy. Youngboy got in the industry, and they had him wearing Mason chains, and then he literally confesses to praying to the devil. He didn't only confess to his connection to the devil in this post, he also did it in this song as well. Youngboy admits to misleading his fans for the devil in this song called This Is Not a Song. In the lyrics of the song, Youngboy admits two very important things. One, he talks about his destructive influence on his fans. When he raps, "I'm Rolls Royce riding, please don't tell me who said something. I know this ain't right. God, please forgive me. I misled some." Youngboy admitted that he has misled some, referring to his music, misleading his fans, putting them on a path of destruction that would lead them to a burning end. In another part of the song, Youngboy claims that he would be meeting a burning end when he raps, "Now I gotta change. You ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm going to hell." Openly, Youngboy admits that he will be meeting a burning end. Why else would you think Youngboy would be stating this? He knows he sold his soul for his fame and success. In another one of Youngboy's songs called Devil's Child, Youngboy admits to selling his soul and being a devil's child. In the hook of the song, Youngboy raps, "I see demons in my dreams," versatile, and he also raps, "I'm dripping blood out in public. I'm a devil child." Openly, Youngboy is admitting to his fans that he is influenced by the devil. Youngboy also raps in the second verse of the song, "What's wrong with me, them people ask? I won't let them know. I say a prayer to the devil lying on the floor. Clutch on the stick and I'll kick in your dough." Openly, Youngboy admits that he prays to the devil, not to God. It couldn't be more open than this. NBA Youngboy sold his soul to the devil.
That's why I always wonder when they pray, the Illuminati people. When they pray, what you looking up for? You better be praying looking down. You know? If especially you don't care. Come on, y'all.
He admitted out of his own mouth that he prays to the devil for guidance. This is why his music is full of evil, as he is just a tool for Lucifer. Youngboy states that people ask what's wrong with him, but he won't let them know, stating that what's wrong with him is his pact with Lucifer. This is what NBA Youngboy just revealed during an interview. A few days back, rapper NBA Youngboy did an interview where he said something truly disturbing, with almost a dead look in his face.
So you're a choir boy and an usher. Yeah.
See that smile, y'all?
Sing with the choir. You sang with the choir. Who's one of the first songs you sang with the choir? Like, what's your favorite one that you still remember? Yes, Jesus loves me.
See, that's the only time he laughing, y'all. Only time. Wait a minute.
Listen, sometimes you need that to get you through the day. You got to remember it.
Now you're gonna snap back into the Illuminati.
Would you do a gospel album? You never know. You're a beautiful woman. It was nice to meet you.
You gotta go. When you feel God,
as you heard for yourself, NBA Youngboy was being asked about jewelry and why does he choose cross-pendant jewelry pieces, and Youngboy responded by saying because it's all demonic. Even the jewelry is demonic, he said. Everything about the industry is demonic. Then he even admits that he himself is demonic. Now, honestly, we already knew this, but I always think it's important to hear it coming out of the horse's mouth. NBA Youngboy is deep into the music industry. He's been in the industry for years. This isn't the first time he tells us that the industry is demonic. This is the second or third time. In this old interview, he said the same thing as well.
You said that music, like in terms of getting paid, it's like the biggest thing only for me, because that man is a my instrument that I chose to be a part of. So like I said that I don't really, but don't be about me at the same time. You gotta understand using music at the time. It comes to structure too, because I ain't time. You know, she can be spoken by. My English is to be continued. Is in terms of like every time it's
But now Not only is he saying that the music industry is demonic, he is admitting out of his own mouth that he himself is demonic. Even though he calls himself a child of God, which we all are, he admits that he's demonic. And he knows this because he's deep in the industry. This is why NBA Youngboy is telling us the music industry is demonic and that he's demonic, because he's been in this the entire time. It's how he gets out of prison. It's how he's seen as one of the biggest artists and gets the biggest contracts. The music and the entertainment industry is completely owned by Freemasons. This is why most movies and TV shows are all pushing the same message and the same symbols. They are all being controlled by the Freemasons. The music that NBA Youngboy was pushing over the years was designed to influence and promote the criminal lifestyle. Remember, for the longest, hip-hop was used as a weapon against the urban community.
Amen.
See, those behind the scenes pulling the strings, they wanted to manufacture a culture that would enslave the urban community and promote the criminal lifestyle so that it would allow them to arrest more people and also destroy the community from within. That's exactly what hip-hop did. While not all of hip-hop is bad, the hip-hop that was pushed to the mainstream has all had the same agenda, the agenda of the criminal lifestyle and promoting it onto the youth. NBA Youngboy was 15, 16, talking about going on drills and taking people out and selling drugs and doing all these vile things. They promoted this to a young audience that was influenced to do the same exact thing when they were older, even as teenagers. If you think about it, over the years, the criminals have gotten younger and younger and younger. Specifically, if we pay attention to the recent generation, the drill rappers, who are 13, 14, 15, taking each other out just to go to the studio and make a record. Believe it or not, Youngboy was used to design this culture. They used NBA Youngboy to push this criminal lifestyle onto
Amen.
the youth. This is what he sold out for.
All right, that's what he sold out for. So, okay, it ain't like, okay, I always do. The truth is, okay, I know it's a couple I did not do, but anyway, y'all, please, young people, listen to the lyrics. If you don't have to stop liking your artist. Just listen to the song, go about your day, have your own mind. Don't listen, don't do what the music says do. It's demonic. Okay, y'all know right from wrong. Come on. All right, drinking lean ain't cool, and all that other stuff ain't cool. Okay, but anyway, the truth is, if I put in the description of this video, if y'all want to see it, go see it. Okay, so y'all can see the whole thing without me interrupting. Okay, I appreciate y'all coming to Valentine TV. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it so much. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, love y'all. Bye.